protocol. It's a word used in Sarah Boone's defense, and she attributes it to an officer who denies saying it. Well, someone in the comments said that protocol was said by a different male officer, and I was able to find it. So let's watch this together. Let's watch some of the body cam footage from the day when they showed up and found George's body. I'm going to make myself small, and I will be interjecting throughout. First interjection, you see Sarah Boone standing there with an officer. The most common body cam footage watched appears, from what I can tell, to be that officer. We're not going to be watching that portion, really. We're going to be more focused on 3 different body cams from the scene that show some different angles maybe you didn't see, maybe you have. But this one particularly has protocol in it, and I find that very interesting.
I'll get the crime scene tape. You live here too, sir?
No, sir. I live down the street. This is my ex-wife. She called me when...
Okay, did you go in there?
I walked right inside, and then I came back out, and I waited out here, so I didn't really want to be inside.
All right.
And I don't want to cut it. I want you to be able to see it. So that was Brian Boone, and Sarah Boone is already talking to an officer. This guy is on the scene. Having problems with that box. I feel him. I feel him. So this is important. There's the police tape, the crime scene tape.
From where?
I'll drink from the spigot right here. I really need water. Like, I really need water, please.
Where's the spigot at? Yeah, that's fine.
Are you guys serious? Like, this is really bad. Just from playing hide and seek.
This is protocol, man. We have to follow.
This is protocol, ma'am. We have to follow. Now, when Sarah Boone was back on the stand, giving her performance, Sarah Boone uses the word protocol. Did she take it from this guy? Now, she admits she might still have, been a little intoxicated at this point from the night before. So this really leans into her being unreliable in her interactions with the police, which the judge also agreed in his decision. But let's keep going. There's just more to watch, right? Maybe you haven't seen this angle. Maybe you've forgotten this angle.
Ma'am, is any of these vehicles yours? Is this
My dogs are in there too. I just don't want him to get out.
He's fine. He ain't going nowhere. Okay. How about this one? This one here?
I walked inside the front. I didn't leave the front tile area. I thought
maybe I don't watch enough body cam footage. It's never really occurred to me to think about like the logistics of tying up one of these scenes. This one, for example, like they had to go around cars and yeah, I mean, I think maybe they wouldn't have gone that far out if it wasn't her car there. Maybe they would have just went right in front of the apartment and that would have made it easier. Using the police car was smart. So tie it off. There's Sarah standing now.
That's fine.
Please, may I have some water?
You can have some water from the spigot right here, ma'am. Come.
Can I get a glass out of the...
No, we can't touch anything out of it.
I really need, like, water. Like, I really need
water. You can
water.
scoop it up with your hand, ma'am. You'll be fine.
See, I've definitely seen this before, but I forgot about the protocol. And it seems like, I don't know, every time I look up the body cam footage from like another channel, it doesn't appear to be this one. Maybe I just miss it. But I remember that early on looking into the case, I remember that scoop it up with your hand. Yeah, just do that. And I assume he has to watch her because she's inside the tape now. It's not like he's watching her to like mock her. Because I'm gonna be honest. I could see her lawyer trying to claim that like it was improper to film her doing this or something like that. I mean, they're trying anything to really go against the police investigation, what they said to her. And since this is where protocol is from, I would have to imagine at some point her lawyer is going to use this video or talk about it. And as I said, I'll mention it again, there are two more. They are shorter than this one, but there are two more body cams I want to look at just for this video, just because I already have it set up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Basically a dead woman. Scrambling. From playing hide and seek.
From playing hide and seek.
His birthday, 2/13/78. And this is the boyfriend. How long? 3.5 years. Lived together that whole time. And your last name? Boone. B-O-O-N-E. First name? Sarah. S-A-R-A-H. Birthday? 10/10/77. So, that's so to me, and you guys were playing last night, drinking a bottle of wine.
Putting puzzles together, doing artwork.
Puzzles, artwork.
I had a bottle of wine and they decided to play hide and seek. So he
What
gets,
time was that?
I mean, I know that I was in bed probably by like what, 12:30? Well, I went upstairs at least and I fell asleep. Forgetting that he was in the
guys were
suitcase.
playing the hide and go.
Forgetting that he was in the suitcase. The fact that they're now doing it has to be a purposeful killing for battered spouse. This is just, it's amazing to re-listen to because I can't imagine a jury hearing her say this. And according to prosecution, her newest testimony still was calling it an accident in October of this year.
Yes.
And at some point you put him in the...
No, he got in the suitcase. So he thought it would be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to drove with you and I'll zip you up and make him, squirm a little bit, whatever it is. But then I fell asleep. Yes.
Thought it was funny.
It was. I was laughing about it. And then I fell asleep
Where did you fall asleep at?
upstairs.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally forgetting that he was in the suitcase still.
Okay. And then came back downstairs.
This morning, or this afternoon, yes, when I got up.
What time?
12:30-ish. I was awake, but I totally forgot that he was in the suitcase. If you can tell you, there's a lot of things that we have been going through, just jobs,
Yeah, he did tell me.
life, all that good stuff. So I just totally
So
forgot.
you began to do CPR on him?
Yes. Yes.
About
And he
what time
gurgled.
this morning
Like he
did you
gurgled.
start doing that CPR?
No, it was the afternoon. It was afternoon because I was awake, and then I finally decided to come downstairs at like 12:30-ish, whatever it is, and I was like, I forgot he was in the suitcase, and he wasn't moving, nothing was happening, so I unzipped him, took him out, and started doing CPR on him. He was on his way over here.
Once he got
Now that we know about the bat, we know that she beat his fingers with the bat. I wonder if in her head right now, by her own admission, she beat him with the fingers of the bat. I wonder if she had hit other locations, his chest, and was thinking that by saying she did CPR, maybe that would explain away bruising and damage. I do wonder now that I'm looking back on this with all of the new information we have.
And air was coming out, and he was gurgling, but I could just tell by looking at him.
But you had to do CPR, you were doing that on your own?
Yes.
Medical, he doesn't take any medication?
I don't know. I don't know medical-wise. I know he doesn't take any medications whatsoever. The only thing, like I said, I don't know if alcohol has to do with it.
She has it somewhere.
Okay, all right. Can I ask you, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Check to make sure my dogs are underneath the table.
Your dog is still underneath the table there.
There's two of them.
Are they both the same colors or
Yes.
something? Yeah.
I did pre-watch a little bit, skim through. I think the dog makes an appearance. I might be wrong, and maybe it's in another one of the body cams, but and if you look back there behind the black car, you'll see Brian Boone just kind of chilling, pacing. Probably wishing he didn't show up.
Is it okay if I get some more water?
Sure, really.
Can I ask him if he has a cup in his car?
Do you have a cup in your car? A drinking cup?
I don't care if it's dirty.
Now, maybe I'm weird, and you can tell me in the comments how weird I am. At no point during this would I think, I need water unless, I guess she just drank, so she's probably really dehydrated. But, I am someone who's generally really distractible when it comes to water. So, to me personally, asking for water this many times is just weird. But that's kind of a personal thing. I thought I'd mention it because I'm the type of person who'll have, an energy drink, and then I probably won't sit down and really drink a bunch of water for hours. Like, I'll have like an energy drink that'll do me for 12 hours of the day, and then I'll drink a bunch more like just before bed. Like, I don't know. Just maybe it's nothing, right? Maybe she's just trying to find something to do. And again, as I said earlier, he comes out to watch her get the water. Probably just thinking, gotta get it on camera. She's within the crime scene. Tape, who knows what might be back there, right? Theoretically, there could be something back there. Get it on tape.
Yep. Supervisor's going to talk to you real quick, and the detectives are going to get the particulars from you, and then we'll take it from there.
That's it?
Yeah.
So at this point, she asks what happens now, and they're going to get the particulars and things like that. Just because she has her own story, her own version of events of what they did, what they said.
Can I ask my
Hold on.
former husband for a cigarette?
I'm sorry?
May you or may I ask my former husband for a cigarette?
Just stay put.
He's so tired of her. I mean, she could have a cigarette sitting outside the crime tape, and he's obviously tired of her.
Yeah, was that for primary or?
You can just sorry about that.
Will somebody be able to tell me like what happened to him? Like why?
I guess an autopsy will have to be performed after that. That's the medical examiner's going to come soon.
Medical comes too?
Yeah, medical examiners.
Today?
Yeah.
What day did she think the medical examiner would come? And I get it. In her scenario, she's in shock. I mean, she'd probably be in shock, even if she killed him or not in this scenario, purposefully. It grinds my gears when I know what we know, right?
My property manager.
Don't talk to anybody.
1330.
Maybe someone can let me know, why aren't they just putting her in I mean, they don't have enough officers for it, and this guy's like guarding the front. I was gonna say, why aren't they putting her in a car where people can't ask her questions? And this kind of also fits in with like the detective. The detective said she wouldn't talk to her outside the car, and this makes perfect sense. Why? People are nosy. People are asking her questions. You don't want them listening in, that type of thing. Influencing. don't know if I mentioned that. The cuts are not me.
Sir, I don't know if my former husband was supposed to, but he walked in the back. Oh, I don't know if she told him.
What was that?
I don't know if my former husband was supposed to, but he walked in the back. Oh, I don't know if she told him.
So her former husband walked in the back, and it sounds like he might have been told to?
He's sleeping under the...
So your backyard's not fenced? Okay. Because we put him in the backyard, and I guess he knew to...
I'm sorry?
Your dog. We thought the backyard was fenced.
The dogs are outside?
No. We have them contained.
One's deaf and one's blind.
Okay.
That's why I was making sure they were under the table.
Nope, that's yours.
One's deaf, one's blind, and the officers put it in the backyard with fence. I'm going to be honest. I get why, right? You want them out of the house if the house is the crime scene. You don't want them getting into anything. You can't really lock them in a bathroom because what if the bathroom ends up being part of the crime scene, right? You don't know yet. But at the same time, I feel like you should make sure if they're going to be, released into a backyard, not just if it's fenced or not, which they obviously didn't, but you should be making sure like the fencing might not be good, right? Like you might have a backyard that's fenced more to keep things out and to let the dogs in, and you don't have, or maybe they have to be watched because they'll try to dig under it. Like at this point, I know the dogs are not their main concern, but I will say that I don't like the way that was handled. I think that's fair for me to say.
Ask me for a lighter, please. Thank you. Ask me for a lighter, please. Thank you.
She has to be talking to a cop there because you're not supposed to talk to anyone else. I see why this one is used a lot less by people, but I think it's worth watching. An angle you might not have seen all the way.
Like I feel lightheaded.
You feel lightheaded?
Yeah.
She feels lightheaded. If she asks for any more goddamn water.
Like, is it good or bad if I lay down?
If you want to lay down, that's fine, man. Just keep drinking some water, okay?
Yeah. So are we waiting for people to show up, or like what do we do?
Yeah, it takes a little bit.
And I know I'm covering her a little bit. She's just sitting there chugging water.
Fill it up. Go ahead.
I am realizing why it was so urgent she needed a toilet. Her toilet troubles were also of her own making.
I don't believe it.
You said the detective is going to come up here?
In the medical examiner's office.
Do I get to talk to them?
Yeah.
So she repeatedly is informed what's going to happen, which is, from my takeaway from like where she's trying to play, is like she didn't really understand what was going on. But there's only so many times you can tell a person, right? Like, I was supposed to write it down on a note so she can like reread it when she forgets 5 minutes later.
I don't know if I talk to you or, like, I have, like, serious concerns. Like, who do I talk to about that?
That is interesting, isn't it? I don't know if I talk to you. This is Sarah Boone stating she doesn't know who she talked to shortly after talking to them, when we know recently she tried to give her version of events on the stand. That's why I find it so fascinating to like sit and listen to this, even when like there's nothing going on. You get to see that like it wasn't some big flurry of constant movement freaking her out and she couldn't keep track. She had time to think. There just wasn't much thought happening.
About what?
With his family.
I wouldn't talk to anybody, just follow my instructions.
No, what do you mean?
Who do you want to talk to?
Like, I have genuine concerns, especially with him having my son over here.
Okay.
I'm fearful of his family.
Why?
They don't like me. They have never liked me. It's a bad situation, especially with this now. So I want you to know, and I'm telling you, I have genuine concerns about his family.
Okay.
Like, I am.
Well, are they close by or?
They're down the street.
Okay.
I'm telling you, personally, honestly, I am scared.
Hey, can you check yours?
What?
Check yours.
I don't even know what to do. So I don't know who to tell that to. But I wanted somebody to know.
Oh, I don't
Well,
want you to
there's
miss
one of your
this.
dogs.
My dogs?
Stay right there.
Finally puts it on.
Well, there's one of your dogs.
My dogs?
Stay right there.
Wait. What?
No, it's one of the dogs came out the back. She has two of them.
I have a deaf dog and a blind dog. Are they outside?
Is there any way we can secure them?
Martinez, are you on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's Tess. She's the deaf one. Where would you like us to put your dog? She'll go under the table.
No, she needs to be secured because obviously she's gotten out twice.
Can you take the dog? How is she getting out?
I had to step away for a moment, so I stopped the recording. Let's go back because we're getting to an interesting part. Her dogs have gotten out twice.
She's the deaf one. Where would you like us to put your dog? She'll go under the table.
No, she needs to be secured because obviously she's gotten out twice.
Can you take the dog? How is she getting out?
That's
is the door open?
what I'm asking. Is there a cage, a leash? Is there something?
I mean, I have a leash.
Can we get a leash and tie her up?
It's in the hall tree.
Uh-huh.
Lift the thing up.
One or two leashes, because you say you have two dogs?
Yes, Penny, just make sure that she's underneath the table and she won't go anywhere.
Okay.
But there's another dog somewhere?
I believe there's two of them, right? You said there's two?
The blind one's probably underneath the
I'll
table.
take that. Check under the table.
Is she friendly? Is she going to bite me?
No, she's fine.
Here's number two.
Here, he's over there.
Go ahead.
Can you put here? Let me put the.
This one is a little loose, I think.
That's fine.
You might want to tighten it up. She'd like to slip out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tighten it or loosen it?
I don't know.
they not have dogs?
There you go. I got it. Goodness. You got it. Let's go, girl.
Not me. Just something I noticed. Do people in Florida have, this is in February 24th, 2020. Do people in Florida keep pumpkins outside into February? I'm not used to seeing them, but I'd live in a colder climate.
So, tell me please, like, who do I need to talk to about family? Like I'm afraid to live here now.
I will wait. I will wait until the detectives come and talk to you, and you could discuss that with them. Okay?
So tell the detectives.
Yes. They should be here momentarily.
Okay. I'm feeling really weird.
I mean, it took us a while to get here because it's pretty far from where we normally work at. So they're coming from headquarters. That's the west side of town.
But they're on their way?
They're on their way. I mean, we don't know where we are exactly right now as far as the workload for the day, but they should be on their way.
Please don't have me stand up unless I absolutely have to.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what my partner suggested earlier, so you can stay out of the sun. I'm trying to stay out of the sun myself.
I don't know if I heard that on this, but maybe I did. Maybe the other audio plays it better. I don't think I heard anyone tell her to sit on the sidewalk. I don't love how every time I go here, lawyer, you know.
There you go.
Started watching him a little recently. Yeah, so she's all the way over there now. And you see how he moves, how he's standing now to keep her in view. Still going to be annoying because it'll be under where I'm at on the video, but that's what he's doing. These moments here, like, it just, I don't know. The way Sarah Boone describes it is like, to me, it's like she's describing that, like, I'm sure it gets more hectic when more people arrive, but she has time to process what's going on, right? A lot of time to process. He just isn't answering her at this point.
Can you tell me please what time it is?
1:50.
I do wonder where Brian Boone is during this. His vehicle's still there, right?
Huh?
We're just waiting for the medical people and the detective.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be fine. There's no class.
I'm fine.
Burrito, nothing.
Oh no. I rather just.
You'd rather just wait.
Wait, just in
Kayla's
case.
down.
Yeah.
She's like, I can do some Taco Bell.
Let me see. Get me.
Don't even worry about. I'll
what
get
are you
that
getting?
later. I'm just gonna grab. If everybody wants tacos, I'm probably gonna just grab them.
Okay.
You want burrito? If you want something else, let me know. I don't have a problem with it. You guys
That plate of nachos that comes with everything. That little thing. Yeah, that.
Done.
I've never actually caught the Taco Bell order. That's I don't know. I'm not a fan of their nachos. I don't like sour cream that much. I generally get it off of things. Their nachos are okay without the sour cream. I've eaten it with it, but yeah, I think if I would order in this situation, if I was hungry, tacos are good. Taco Bell's probably good. It exists, right? Like, I am curious now if Sarah is going to ask for a taco. Okay, I have to say it's kind of funny that like he keeps Sarah Boone in camera, like that's of course very important, until it's time for the officer to leave with the Taco Bell, and then all focuses on just get those tacos and those nachos. Probably gonna speak to the other officer now, I guess. Once they get into the vehicle, it like ends.
I'm just gonna move my truck.
I'm saying, you know I can watch that door.
Huh?
You're gonna park pull in that angle? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's still there.
Go back to let my over talk.
Yeah. Truck.
I'm saying, you know I can watch that door.
Huh?
You're gonna park pull in that angle? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's still there.
Sheriff. 41352.
So that's the first one. It was the longest. Next two are much shorter. There's a couple seconds left. It's just them sitting in the car. So here is, and you'll notice the timestamps in the upper right. We're just moving forward slightly here, about an hour. And let's get into this one. Not me. Audio is off because audio is off. A lot more people. Looks like his car is where he left it.
Hey, Sarah. You get enough water? No, if you want to stay seated, I don't want you getting lightheaded. So remember I said the detectives were going to come out and talk to you and go from there. You know what I'm saying? They're here. They're going to ask you a few questions and then go from there, okay? All right.
All right, Sarah. My name's Chelsea. My partner, Scott. To my understanding, you reside here?
Yes.
Okay. Is it just you,
And George.
Okay.
And I have a 9-year-old. It's 50-50 with Brian, my former husband.
Your former husband. Okay. But you reside here with George, and then your son lives with you, or it's 50-50?
Yeah.
Okay. So from what
Rodriguez
has told me, she explained last night that you guys were drinking a bottle of wine, and around midnight, you decided you guys...
12:30ish, yeah.
Okay. You guys decided to play hide and seek.
Well, we were playing hide and seek, and then...
Was your son home at the time, or...
No.
Okay.
No, with my...
Ex.
With Brian.
Okay.
Decided to play... We're just stupid like that. Like,
Sure.
we were putting puzzles together, we were doing artwork. You can see the puzzle that we finished in there, and then the artwork, and then decided to play hide and seek, just being stupid.
Okay.
So he decided to get in the suitcase. So I thought it would be funny to, and he was laughing about it too, to dip him up in there. I go upstairs and fell asleep. So this morning or this afternoon when I actually got up out of the bed, I thought for sure he was downstairs on the laptop because he was being really quiet. But then I came downstairs and I'm like, where is he? Like, and then that's when I found him.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Okay. And then you weren't sure about if you woke up this morning
It was afternoon. I mean, I was
or
awake,
this afternoon.
but I just didn't want to come downstairs. So
Okay.
I just laid in the bed for a little while. And then I eventually came downstairs and was confused about where he was. And then I was like, oh my God, he's in the suitcase still. So I pulled him out and I stretched him out and I started to try to do CPR.
Not me.
And you guys showed up.
Okay. And
Maybe mentioning neighbors' names?
so as a part of our investigation, we obviously have to go inside the house. We have to look at things. Are you okay with us
Yes.
going in the house and looking at things?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And forensics, so we have to have our forensics crime scene investigators come out.
Uh-huh.
Are you also okay with them coming inside,
Do
taking
whatever you need to
photographs
do.
and
Whatever
okay.
you need to do.
Okay.
Can I ask, is Brian, I'm sorry, George, was he diagnosed with any kind of medical history?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't take drugs. I mean, we'll have the occasional bottle of wine here and there, but I don't know, like...
That was going to be my next question. So you guys don't normally drink? You just drink once in a while, or?
Well, I'm going to say, like, okay, I guess normal drinking is, like, we will have, like, a glass of wine or two, like, while we're cooking dinner. Sure. Here, and we'll play a board game with him. I mean, little games right there.
couple of beers a day is.
Well, but I don't understand though, like, for the little bit that we had, like, not had anything to even do with it. Like, I don't know if he had a heart attack or a stroke or an aneurysm or what happened to him. I don't know.
And were you guys together all day yesterday?
Yes.
Heart attack or a stroke or got his fingers beaten with a baseball bat while I taunted him. Well, he begged. He couldn't breathe. One of those.
Okay. Here?
Yes.
Like, neither of you left the apartment yesterday?
I think he drove up to the movie store to get cigarettes.
Okay.
But I mean, you can walk there.
Does he have any history of consuming drugs? I know he doesn't now because you said he doesn't, but
I don't know.
as far as you've ever known him, you've never seen him.
No. I mean, he's from Philadelphia, and he grew up in Philadelphia, and then he went to Massachusetts, and then from Massachusetts he came down here. So I don't really know, like, a whole lot of, like, medical history or anything.
How long
like
have
that.
you guys been together?
Almost 4 years, like 3.5 years.
You guys been living here the whole time?
Yes.
Okay. He's never been
She's been in jail longer than they dated.
to the doctor or to the hospital during that time?
He and his brother got into a really bad argument at one point, and he had to have facial reconstruction. But he has been in the hospital from that, and then I talked him into going to see, like, a regular physician so he could get just, like, a regular, like, checkup thing.
Yeah.
But there were no red flags.
How long ago was that?
The surgery or
Yeah,
the doctor?
both.
The surgery, I think, was at this point, what, 2 years maybe? 2.5 years. The checkup was probably a good 2 years too.
Okay.
And the suitcase is still in there?
Yep, always.
Is it normally stored down there? Did you guys travel recently?
No, he was going to start putting some of the, what do you call it, donations in there. So that's why.
That's why it's out?
Yes.
Okay. You guys didn't recently travel somewhere or anything like that?
After you zipped them up, did you move the bag around and mess with them at all, or you just zipped it up and walked away
And I both
laughing?
were laughing about it, but I went upstairs and I fell asleep.
Okay. But what position was he in when you put him when he went in? Was he sitting on his rear end and his head up, and he just kind of bent over?
Okay, so like this is the suitcase. Like this was his head, and then his knees right here, and his feet were down.
So he was laying on his side.
Yes. Yes.
You just closed the flap and zipped it around.
Yes.
Him. Okay.
I believe we were playing.
Understandably. Okay.
So he said that I needed to tell you guys about his family. Like, who do I talk to about that?
We're gonna do that once we walk through and see. Yeah, we're
not
gonna.
going anywhere. We're gonna be here for a while.
I'm just telling you, like,
Yeah, this is gonna be a while.
I'm afraid for my life.
Wow, it almost sounds like Sarah Boone was wanting to talk to detectives. Like, crazy. That sounds different than what was being portrayed.
I want you to know that. I am afraid for my life. His family have never liked me. I'm the blue-eyed white devil, is what they call me.
Blue-eyed white devil.
So, they've never liked me. They've never taken me in. They've never accepted me, I'll put it that way.
Have you called any of them?
We talked to his daughters yesterday.
No, I mean, like, about this. Does
No.
anyone know? Okay.
That's
So no one's gonna know until we will be making that notification. So
they're going to kill me.
Okay, well.
Do they live local?
Yes, they're down the road. They're going to kill me. His kids are going to kill me in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And they're not going to understand that. They're not going to accept it.
We're gonna do a thorough investigation, and we will definitely make sure that you don't feel scared when we leave here. Okay.
And
When
my
we leave.
9-year-old.
Well, he's at school. He's with your husband.
I know. Well,
ex-husband.
Your husband said that, or your ex-husband said he made arrangements for your 9-year-old to be picked up.
Oh, okay, Mom. Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go inside if that's okay.
Yes, please, but you guys just keep me posted.
Of course.
So I know what's going on.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't.
All you have to do is get their attention if you have a question or you need to talk to us. He's standing right there. She'll be right here.
Yeah. Okay, but will you guys tell me, like, so you're telling me, like, you won't call whoever it is without telling me, right?
No.
I mean, I have all their phone numbers.
We're not calling. We're not making phone calls. We're actually going to speak to them in person.
Yeah.
We
That'll
are.
be later
They're
on.
going to. Okay.
It'll be
know
later.
prior to us making any
I'm
contact.
not going to be here.
Okay.
They're going to kill me.
Okay.
We'll address all of that,
Yes.
okay, before we leave.
And God, that random person in the background. Remember that Sarah Boone, she went like 5 minutes down the road to her ex-husband's house, who shares the same last name, and I would believe would be easily findable. And also her son was in the same location, but she's also afraid his family's going to kill her. Other people have mentioned that too. It just seems weird. Like, if I'm actually afraid of them, I'm not going to bring my child into the equation, and I'm not going to be in a location where I believe they can find me just as quickly as if I was at this crime scene.
Okay?
This was...
Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Just stay seated, okay, Sarah? I know you're panicking, okay? Just relax. We'll come and talk to you. We'll keep checking on you.
All right, that basically sums this one up, and I've got one more here. If you can see from the timestamp, we're a little bit later in. We're back to the, I believe we're back to the first officer. Yeah, it should be, I believe. You can see from the ID code there. I'm pretty sure this is the same officer, the male officer from before. We'll see when they speak. Sarah's still sitting there. You can see the detectives inside. It's not muted by me. This video's muted. Sarah gets up. She's walking to the police line. She's saying something. Still muted. Not me again. They went inside the home. My expectation is Sarah was probably giving the names of like someone who's not directly involved in the case, so they just redacted all of it for simplicity. Obviously the raw footage that's not going to be released is going to have all of it. And at this point, if Sarah Boone hasn't complained about it, there's probably nothing there, right? Like, she's complaining about things that were perfectly fine. There's no way they haven't reviewed this footage.
They're coming out now. I'll get you somebody, okay?
So we can confirm, you can even see it with the same angle, same detective, post nachos. I repeat, post nachos.
She wants to say something. She wants to talk. I'm on. Yeah.
That was on me. That was my phone.
Well, we're
You don't
here,
know
so
anything though, like why or how?
So we will not know the answer to that because we're not doctors. So what's going to happen is he's going to go to the medical examiner's office and he'll have what's called an autopsy. Yeah. That'll be first thing tomorrow morning. I'll know a lot, hopefully a lot more tomorrow morning as far as him. But I cannot, there's no way I could say how, why.
So just by looking at him, like, why is he purple?
Oh, that's normal when someone passes away. Lividity turn.
as soon as the heart stops beating, the blood starts to settle.
This does kind of match the detectives, you know, the claim that they told her, like, the autopsy's tomorrow, they don't know anything.
The lowest points of the body, and then it just comes very pronounced. So that's just called completely. It happens every night.
I'm like really scared. I want you guys to know that.
You have all these deputies here, so while we're here, nothing's going to happen to you. Before we go and make any notifications, you'll have plenty of time to leave or do what you need to do. Whatever you need to do, okay? And we can talk about that more later, but yeah.
Now, that right there, not like the wording run, right? If your suspect is saying the word that they might run, now, of course, this is supposed to be in relation of getting away from George's family. to me, that's like, yeah, it's probably a good idea to get her tricked into the station as soon as they verify her, right? To me. Because that's a worry. It's a red flag.
It's not going to be a surprise.
Real quick, and then,
But like, I don't like. This was totally like not intentional. Like, that's what I'm scared about too. Like,
she's scared about it being found to be intentional, and now she's afraid it's going to be found unintentional because it must be intentional for her new defense. That's...
We'll have all the answers. We'll have a lot more answers tomorrow after medical examiner looks at it. Like she said, what you're seeing here is common. This is us coming out to
protocol.
the scene. Yeah, his age.
Sarah says protocol. Sarah brought it up. She used that term. So we have the officer saying protocol early on. Sarah has held on to that and is now repeating it.
No real medical history that
that
we
I know of.
For him to have passed away, we come out and we do an investigation.
yeah.
We come out and do an investigation. Medical examiner's office will be sending people out. This is what we do. If he was 75 years old and had a history of heart condition, we wouldn't be here.
I just don't know what his. I don't know what it is.
Exactly, and that's what we're here to find out. We're just here to get the answers. The answers that you want, the answers that his family's going to want.
I just really want to see my son. Like, I really need to see my son.
I would say that if he was 78 years old with heart conditions and was discovered inside of a suitcase that was zipped up from the outside, that yes, they probably would be there. Just a hunch?
I mean, I know I can't go anywhere, but...
Right. Yeah.
So, do I just, like...
Sarah is the one saying she can't go anywhere.
Sit out here and wait for you guys?
If you would, yes, please.
Does anybody else having...
Should I sit out here? Yes, please. Again, Sarah is the one making these suggestions.
to show up, or everybody's here that needs to be here?
My team's here.
Yeah.
That needs to be here. The medical examiners will show up when we call them, but we're not ready for them yet. So they're going to take him. They're going to take some photos, take him, but that's towards the end of it. And they'll be called well in advance when we're ready for them, but we're not ready for them at this point. So we won't be calling them quite yet. Okay. So like I said, I got to go do some paperwork. They're going to chat. Listen people, and then we're going to come back and talk to you if you're okay with that.
Yes, please.
So just give us a little bit more time. Like I said, I need to go and do that, and he's going to go do what he needs to do.
But do you guys tell his family, like, today or after
Yes,
tomorrow?
We have to.
It's the
By
law.
law, we have to go to make contact with the family.
Yeah.
They have to be notified.
Once our investigation is pretty much complete here, once we leave here, we will be going to...
But again, you'll know. We're not going to just go and do it without you knowing. You'll know. We'll talk to you prior to doing anything like that.
But how, I mean, I understand what you guys and how you do it, and, you know, so, but, like, what do you just tell him? What do you tell his parents? Like, what's the reason?
He passed away.
We tell them what we know at that point.
Yeah.
We tell them the truth.
And that we're going to be waiting for the autopsy results, and I will be at the autopsy in the morning, and hopefully the doctor will be able to give me some of what they think and see.
Yeah. We'll give them their number. They can contact them and get it from them.
But yeah, they're gonna know what we're here, what we're investigating, and that
They're gonna think I killed him.
Why would they think that?
They always have said that. They've always have said that.
What have they
I
said?
told you it's because I'm the blue-eyed white dragon. That's what they call me. Because they don't want him with me. So he's basically just not really been around his family.
Blue-eyed white dragon again.
Because he chooses me over them. Even after I've encouraged him numerous times to go over there and see his family. They have never accepted me, and I have always been really unforgiving, they'll say that, where they've never accepted me, and everybody in his family has threatened to kick my ass, so especially his sister. He had to pull her off me one time.
Do you have somewhere safe that you can go tonight?
Both my parents are deceased, my grandparents are deceased, my aunt and uncle are deceased. I got nobody. I have a brother that's in the Marines, and I've got another one that's in jail. And
that's Marine, is he local?
No. Well, he in Altamont, but I think he's doing whatever Marine thing he's doing. But the only way...
Your phone's inside, correct?
Yes.
Does he
Here's the phone.
have a phone?
No.
He doesn't have a phone.
He used my phone.
He uses your phone.
Yeah, we
Okay,
did it
share a
together.
phone.
So the only place I could go is over to Brian's house. So I don't think he'll have a problem with it.
Okay.
So
I mean, I would buy a motel room. I would even suck in my pride and ask the ex to pay for the hotel room if I can't afford it, right? Like, I'm just not getting the idea of going to a known location, as she says, the only location you would think to look for her that contains her son while she's afraid.
Well, like I said, we're not going to leave here. If you do not feel safe, we are not going to leave here. We do not.
Honestly, it sounds like an excuse to get into her ex-husband's house.
Feeling safe, because then we're liable.
and then his ex-wife in Philadelphia.
Well, she's in Philadelphia, but yes.
Shoot, there's gonna be a funeral.
Right. That you're talking like days and weeks possibly
No,
in advance, and I'm talking right here, right now.
I know.
So let me do my investigation. Let me go do this paperwork that I'm talking about, because we can go back and forth about what ifs like all day long.
I know, sorry.
I promise we're not gonna leave here for you and you not feel safe. Okay, I promise.
What's going on?
Please. Okay. Is this? I don't even know what to tell you.
It's okay. Just take a seat, have some water, give us a few minutes, let us do our thing, and we'll be back to talk to you. I promise. Okay?
Like you said, if you need us again, just let him know.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Martina, do you need to
Yeah.
go ahead and type?
Okay.
Sit down and type and keep like eyes on. Do you have anyone in here?
There's nobody here, it's just me.
Okay, that's fine. You're right there, right?
Yeah.
Sit there and type. You're fine. I have relief coming, so just get typing.
That's the end of the footage that I wanted to cover today. So what do you think, right? Like, we're looking back on it with eyes that have seen Sarah. We've seen her. We've seen how she acts in court. We've seen her stories change. We've seen her letters. We've seen the way she acts. We've seen the jailhouse, what do you even call it? The notes about her, right? So I'm sure a lot of it you could excuse for something people would do in a actual accidental death, right? But it's also worth remembering that her argument now isn't even that that's what happened. Her argument now is that she murdered him purposefully, and she felt she had to. At least that's what her defense is supposed to be. It's just so interesting going back and seeing the word protocol. That's what really prompted this video. I heard the word protocol, and it was said by this male detective, the one that we're watching right now, earlier in the day. And when it came to the detectives, well, this is an officer, I believe, not a detective. When it came to the detectives, Sarah Boone said protocol. Sarah Boone talked about how she couldn't leave. If you notice, they just agree with Sarah Boone. Yeah, that'd be nice. Please, like, her acting as if she was like strong-armed to do things and was super. They were super oppressive. It's like the feeling I feel like she was trying to get out there. I don't see it. Like, if anything, it feels too laid back. But that could be because we have hindsight now. What do you think? Have you seen these before? Have you seen all these ones? Did you remember that's where protocol came from? Just interesting. And it also doesn't match her story of what happened in court, which is now, as I mentioned in my previous video, submitted into evidence against her.